If today you felt a sudden urge to be kinder, an inspiration to find the perfect words that express affection, or if a peaceful solution to a small, old disagreement simply popped into your mind like a soft and unexpected melody, know that your soul is tuning into one of the most beautiful and harmonious frequencies of the year. You are feeling the opening of a cosmic portal. Tomorrow, July 18th, a sacred alliance is formed in the heavens, an alliance that has the power to transform the way we connect. The logical and swift mind, represented by Mercury, joins in a graceful dance with the diplomatic and artistic heart, represented by Venus. This is not a common astrological event, marked by grand dramas or twists. It is something more subtle, more intimate. It is the opening of the portal of the heart word. Think about your daily communication. How many times is what you think in conflict with what you feel? Your mind tells you to be pragmatic, but your heart longs for compassion. Your heart wants to express vulnerability, but your mind builds a wall of logical arguments to protect itself. We live in a state of internal fragmentation, and our words often carry the weight of that battle. They come out either too cold or too emotional. What this portal offers for a precious 48-hour period is the dissolution of that boundary. It is the building of a bridge of beauty between your intellect and your affection. Cold logic is warmed by compassion. Raw emotion is articulated with a clarity and grace that surprise even yourself. It is a time when our words can cease to be mere vehicles of information and become vehicles of healing, of connection, and of pure creativity. Imagine for a moment having that important conversation you've been putting off, and instead of anxiety, feeling a calm and a confidence that the right words will come. Imagine presenting an idea and people not only understanding your reasoning, but also falling in love with the beauty and harmony of your vision. Imagine looking at a tense relationship and instead of seeing a problem to be solved, seeing an opportunity for peace, knowing exactly what to say to begin building it. This is the potential that opens up for us. This is the music behind the voice. During this transit, every word we speak has the potential to carry a sub-harmony of love and beauty. It is this invisible frequency that makes our message be received in a different way, bypassing the other's defenses and speaking directly to their heart. In the next few minutes, we will dive deep into this energy. We will explore how this celestial union can soften our interactions, unlock our creative potential, and strengthen our most precious bonds. It's not about learning a technique, but about aligning with a harmony that already exists in the cosmos and, more importantly, that awaits to be awakened within you. Before the portal opens in its fullness, it sends forth its emanations. Like the gentle breeze that announces the arrival of spring, the alliance between Mercury and Venus begins to manifest in our energy field through a series of subtle yet profoundly beautiful signs. If you become an attentive observer of your own inner landscape over the next 48 hours, you will notice these changes. They are proof that your soul is answering the call of harmony. The first and most notable sign is a sudden eloquence of the heart. Think of that conversation where you knew what you felt, but the words seemed inadequate, unable to carry the weight of your emotion. During this transit, that barrier dissolves. Don't be surprised if you suddenly find the perfect phrase to describe a complex feeling, the exact metaphor to translate an intuition. The right words will simply arise in your mind, not in a forced or intellectual way, but with the ease of a flowing brook. It is as if your mind, Mercury, received a dictionary directly from your heart, Venus. This is a golden moment to express affection, to clarify your intentions in a relationship, or simply to share your truth in a way that is both clear and moving. The second sign is a spontaneous and genuine desire to express appreciation. In a world that often trains us to point out flaws and focus on criticism, this energy invites us to do the opposite. You might feel an impulse to send a message to an old friend, just to tell them how much their friendship means to you. You might feel the need to praise a colleague, not for their result, but for their effort and dedication. You might feel an immense desire to say thank you or I love you to the people in your life, not out of habit, but with a renewed presence and sincerity. Follow these impulses. Every verbalized act of appreciation is a way for you to actively align with this portal. You are using your words, the gift of Mercury, to amplify the energy of love and connection, the essence of Venus. The third sign manifests in the field of creativity. Mercury governs ideas, concepts, structure. Venus governs aesthetics, harmony, art. When the two unite, the seed of an idea is born already possessing the potential for beauty. Observe the ideas that arise in your mind. The inspiration to write a poem, to paint a picture, to redecorate a corner of your home, to cook a meal that not only nourishes, but also delights the eyes. In these days, your mind is not just functioning, it is creating beauty. It is a period of immense fertility for all artists, writers, and creators. But even if you don't consider yourself an artist, this energy is available to you. The way you dress, arrange your desk, choose your way home, everything can be infused with a new sense of aesthetics and harmony. Finally, the fourth sign is a remarkable increase in your capacity for diplomacy. Where you once saw a conflict of right and wrong, you may now suddenly see both sides of the issue with an empathetic clarity. Discussions that seemed like dead ends may reveal a third way, a compromise solution that honors the needs of everyone involved. Your communication becomes more charming, more graceful. You discover you are able to speak difficult truths in a way that the other person can hear without them becoming defensive. This happens because Venus lends its grace to Mercury's intellect. You are not sacrificing your truth, you are clothing it in velvet so that it can be received not as a weapon, but as a gift. If you notice any of these signs, acknowledge them. They are proof that the portal is opening for you. They are the tools the universe is offering you. You are being invited to become an ambassador of peace, an artist of communication, and a channel for beauty. Your mind and your heart are beginning to dance together. The next step is to understand the divine choreography behind this dance. The signs you are feeling, this sudden wave of grace in your communication and creativity, are not happy coincidences. They are the result of a precise cosmic choreography, a rare dance between two of the most important archetypes of our psyche. To consciously align with this energy so we can use it to its full potential, we need to know the dancers. We need to understand the nature of the messenger and the goddess, and the bridge of beauty that rises between them. The first dancer is Mercury, the messenger of the gods. In mythology, he is the only deity who can travel freely between all realms, the Olympus of the gods, the world of mortals, and even the underworld of Hades. His essence is movement, connection, the transmission of information. Mercury is our intellect, our ability to reason, to learn, to articulate thoughts into words. He is our logical mind, our nervous system, the speed with which we process the world. He governs the words we choose, the contracts we sign, the conversations we have. His nature is neutral, adaptable, and curious. Mercury does not judge information. He simply moves it. He is the logos, the word, reason, the structure of our thought. The second dancer is Venus, the goddess of love and beauty. Born from the sea foam, Her essence is attraction, harmony, magnetism. While Mercury connects, Venus unites. She is the principle of cohesion in the universe. She governs our relationships, our values, our sense of aesthetics, our ability to give and receive affection. Venus is our diplomacy, our social grace, our desire for peace and for pleasure. She does not operate through logic, but through feeling. She does not seek what is right, but rather what is beautiful and valuable. She is the music, the art, the sweetness that makes life worth living. She is Eros, love, attraction, the principle of relationship. Most of the time, these two powers operate in their own realms. Our mind, Mercury, is busy with facts, data, and logistics. Our heart, Venus, is busy with feelings, relationships, and desires. Often, they are in conflict, with the mind saying one thing and the heart feeling another. But during the portal that opens tomorrow, something magical happens. The heavens form an aspect called a sextile between these two planets. Think of a sextile not as a dramatic event, but as a subtle and graceful opportunity. It is as if the universe silently opened a door between the library of the mind and the garden of the heart. It is a cosmic wink, an invitation for these two powers to visit each other and collaborate. It is the building of a temporary bridge of beauty between thinking and feeling. When this bridge rises, traffic flows in both directions, and an alchemy happens. When Mercury, the messenger, crosses the bridge and enters Venus's garden, our capacity to love gains a voice. Our feelings, once vague and hard to define, receive the gift of the word. We can finally articulate why we love someone. We can describe the beauty we see in the world. We can translate our passion for a creative project into words that others understand. Our love ceases to be mute. It learns to sing. At the same time, when Venus, the goddess, crosses the bridge and enters Mercury's library, our thoughts gain a soul. Our logic is infused with grace. Our ideas, once merely functional, become attractive and magnetic. Our words, once merely precise, become diplomatic and gentle. We no longer just want to win the argument, but rather to create a harmonious solution. We don't just want to present the facts, but to present them in a way that enchants and inspires. Our truth doesn't need to stop being true, but it learns to dress itself in velvet. This fusion creates a third energy, a consciousness that is both intelligent and loving, clear and compassionate. It is the diplomacy of the soul. It is the ability to communicate the most complex thoughts with the simplest kindness. It is the poet's inspiration, which unites the perfect idea with the perfect word. It is the wisdom of the peacemaker, who finds the exact phrase that disarms conflict and opens the way for connection. Understanding this choreography is the key to this portal. It is not a passive event that simply happens to us. It is an active invitation to walk upon this bridge. Now that you know the dancers and the nature of their dance, you are ready to learn the steps. You are ready to actively participate in this sacred alliance and manifest its beauty in your life. Understanding the cosmic dance is the first step. The second and more powerful is to join the dance. The energy of Mercury and Venus is not meant to be merely admired from afar. It is a living force that longs to be expressed through us. It is an invitation to participate. To become conscious channels of this harmony, we need to translate our knowledge into action. What follows are 3 acts of soul diplomacy, 3 concrete and intentional practices for you to consciously walk upon the bridge of beauty that rises tomorrow and bring the magic of this portal into your tangible reality. The first act is the peace message. Think of a relationship in your life. It doesn't have to be one with a dramatic conflict. but perhaps one where there has been a little friction recently, a misunderstanding, a conversation that ended a bit strangely. Our normal, ego-driven reaction is to either ignore the problem or prepare ourselves to win the next argument. This portal's approach is the opposite. Your mission during these 48 hours is not to reopen the wound, to solve it. It is to use the grace of Venus to soften it. Your task is to send that person a message of genuine appreciation that deliberately has nothing to do with the problem. It can be something as simple as, "Hello, I was just thinking of you. I remembered our conversation about movies and wanted to thank you for the recommendation." Or, "I saw this today and thought of you. I hope you're having an amazing day." The content of the message is secondary. The intention is everything. This unexpected act of kindness and connection, infused with the harmonious energy of Venus, works like a balm. It bypasses Mercury's logical defenses and speaks directly to the heart. You are not ignoring the problem, you are changing the energetic frequency between you, softening the ground so that, if a future conversation is necessary, it can be born from a place of connection, not conflict. It is a proactive act of peace. The second act is the poetic compliment. We live in a culture of quick criticisms and generic compliments. "Good job. I like your sweater." They are empty words that rarely touch the soul. This portal gives us the ability to do better. It gives us the union of observation, Mercury, with appreciation, Venus. Your second task is to offer a poetic compliment to someone in your circle. It is an act of seeing the beauty in another person's soul and having the courage and eloquence to name it. Choose someone, look at them, and instead of focusing on the superficial, look for an inner quality. Instead of saying, "You are so smart," try something like, "I admire the way your mind can see patterns that no one else sees. It's a true art form." Instead of saying, "You are a good person," try, "Your loyalty is a safe harbor for the people around you." And that is one of the rarest and most beautiful qualities that exist. The goal is to use your words, Mercury, to reflect the beauty and worth, Venus, that you genuinely see in the other. By practicing this, two magical things happen. First, you offer a gift of recognition so profound it can change someone's day, or even their week. Second, you train your own mind to actively seek beauty and virtue in the world, shifting your own perception of reality to a more harmonious and grateful one. The third and final act is the creative seed. This celestial alliance is one of the most fertile periods for creativity. Often, we have an idea, Mercury, but we lack the motivation or the aesthetic sense, Venus, to give it form. Or we have a desire to create something beautiful, Venus, but we lack the mental clarity, Mercury, to structure it. Now the two energies are collaborating. Your third task is to honor this inner fertility. Set aside 30 sacred minutes in your day. Consider it a meeting with yourself and your muses. Turn off notifications. Sit in a quiet place with a notebook. Your goal is not to be creative. It is simply to listen. Give space for the seeds that are bubbling up inside you to come to the surface. Jot down a fragment of a poem that came to mind. Draw a sketch of a painting. Write the title and the first paragraph of a story. Plan the color palette for a design project. The goal is not to create the final masterpiece, but to give a body, a physical form, however small, to the inspiration of the moment. You are completing the alchemical circuit, the union of the idea with the form, of the mind with beauty. By doing this, you send a clear message to the universe that you are open and ready to receive more inspiration. These three acts, practiced with intention, are your way of actively participating in the magic of this portal. They are your way of saying yes to harmony, to connection, and to beauty. The bridge has been crossed. The acts of soul diplomacy have been practiced. The alliance between the mind and the heart was, for a moment, the dominant force in your life. Soon this cosmic portal will close, and the energies of daily life, with their challenges and dissonance, will return to their place. But something will have fundamentally changed within you. The true gift of this transit is not just the 48-hour experience of harmony, it is the memory, it is the indelible knowledge, now engraved in your soul, that this way of being and communicating is possible for you. You have proven to yourself that you are capable of finding the right words, of expressing affection, of seeing beauty, and of building bridges. You have created a muscle memory of grace. And once you know the way to this place within yourself, you can always find it again, even when the heavens are not so perfectly aligned. This portal teaches us a profound lesson about power. In a culture that often values the loudest voice, the strongest opinion, and the most relentless logic, this alliance between Mercury and Venus reminds us of an older truth. The most lasting influence is not born from force, but from beauty. The most effective communication is not that which commands, but that which connects. If you have felt the truth of this message and are committed to carrying this harmony into your life, anchor this energy now. Like this video is a seal of your new power of communication. To join others who have chosen beauty over force, comment with the affirmation, "I speak from the heart." Share so that more people can discover their own velvet voice. And subscribe to continue exploring the music of the cosmos. Carry the resonance of this moment with you. Remember the ease with which the words flowed when they came from a place of love. Remember the joy of creating, the peace of understanding. The bridge may dissolve, but the destination remains. And now, you know the way.